then the Power Moves program is that all the ways that we're taking our power back, because our power is the emotion. And if you want to get really airy-fairy about it, it's the divine feminine, which has been excluded from our experience since we had a lot of religious structures and the world powers shifting. Like the world powers are like, to me, they're kind of like the chess game. Like it's where like if we go like we can stay non-physical and learn this from a book, or we can incarnate and have blinders on and learn as we go, and we learn faster because there's more meaning to it. It's just like when you're in school, there's more meaning to the lab day than there is to the book day. So that's what this is like for me. So with Power Moves, what I'm going to do is I'm taking people through the fundamentals of what is the strength exercises, the exercises to burn fat, and then the exercises to prevent injury. So you're going to have a really sound workout. And then I'm going to take you through looking at the wheel of life, because if you start to look at your attachment patterns of codependency on the wheel of life, it will make your habit change for your diet and exercise and your rest and your relaxation and your meditation, self-care type stuff, the resistance way easier. Because the reason why you're not following through or why you fully sabotage is because of the codependency behavior. So if we're more avoidant in our attachment style, we will manufacture busyness and reasons why we can't do it, or our body will take us out. It will be this deep, deep, deep unconscious of getting migraines, sicknesses, injuries. If you tilt more towards an anxious attachment, you're going to be like so meticulous about the tools until your brain goes on to overload, and then you use the tool to deter you from your progress. So yeah, so I'm going to like, then you start to binge, because now all this, it's like being in an abusive relationship. We make our perpetrator our lover, we make that thing. So I'm going to teach you how to unwind all that stuff in a 4-week period. You have 16 modules of little bite-sized trainings, because I'm actually going to teach you the function and the metaphysical meanings. You're going to be your own spiritual guru, like whatever spiritual lane makes sense to you. You'll be like, oh, I see how that applies to that. I'm going to teach you the function, not what my spiritual belief system is. I'm just going to teach you how it all works. And then we have live group coaching calls. So if you have any like questions and stuff, it's a 4-week period to really like ground yourself into it. You could lose weight, you could get stronger. It's going to be a lot of like finding your resistance and your patterns, so that as you continue to build your lifestyle, you can learn how to observe the energy of thoughts, feelings, and actions. And when you can watch it, you can work with it. You become the observer. There was one more thing that you said, because when you said fight, flight, freeze. Okay, so Joya, one of the things I figured out that I haven't told you, because it was just too much to tell you. Fight becomes the trailblazer. Flight becomes the higher self. Freeze becomes the watcher. Fawn becomes the lover. Those 4 nervous system reactions on the other side are your archetypes of humans' higher
Say
mind.
those again. That's brilliant. Yes. I love that, Lauren.
So yeah, so I'm going to teach people how to, I've been teaching it a little bit on my Instagram. When you're emotionally regulated and you feel your emotions and your power is back in your body, fight reaction becomes a trailblazing responder. You pioneer. Flight, where you just leave the situation, you go into your higher self. When you hit freeze, that analysis paralysis, you become the watcher. And then when you hit fawn, you actually become the lover. And when this dropped in, because I saw the inside of the universal time clock, and I saw how the karma wheel moves and how it gets stuck in the 4th dimension. So that's all stuff I have to share later. But like, I was like, oh my God, we control that karma wheel going up and down, expanded or contracted, victimized or not, with those 4 things. And we've been taught to look at these 4 reactions as so negative, but they're actually just the flip side.
Holy moly, I'm having a download. Well, that's, I've never heard that before in my whole life, and I love that. I've never even thought about what is the opposite side of these archetypes, or these are not even archetypes. These are how we react when we are in fear. Yeah. This is, every single person has this, right? So it made me think of you know, our work in our gene keys, that this adds a whole other layer to the gene keys, because in the gene keys, those are the archetypes of our expression. You have 64 of them, and each of them has a shadow, but then within that shadow frequency, it splinters off into 4 ways. Dang.
Oh, well, this only came in when when it shifted, when the energy shifted. So this is what I'm saying. Like when I go look at astrology in hindsight, and I'm like, okay, like what changed, what download did I get? I'm like, holy shit.
We are so powerful. Like, we are so powerful. And my 2 strategies are flee first, and if I can't flee, I fight like nobody's business. So that's, and so I love that I can have my higher self then trailblaze a new path, which I feel like is what I'm doing with my life, and why I'm so ready to jump into this level of healing, which is the deeper level of healing on the physical plane.
So everybody can find me at @�lauren_Sarah_Sion. Then there's links to everything, the free Power Moves workshop where you have everything, and I list the resources below so you can do it on your own. And then you can also do the link right now. The 4-week program is just $222, but it's going to go up and up the closer we get to the start date of August 1st. So you should grab it now if you want it. You have lifetime access to all the things. It's 9:01.
I know this went longer than we thought. And I will put all of your information. I'm going to save this live, and I'll put all the information in the notes so people can find you. And thank you for being here and sharing your wisdom. And so excited to work with you. And I joked with Lauren, I said, I'm so excited to finally have a before and after picture that will have an after. I love you.
Amazing. Okay, thank you so much.
And everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And I will save this for sure and put all of Lauren's information. And she had said that on her, and I know she does on her YouTube, she is so generous with the information that she shares. She is so generous with sharing everything that she learns. There's no fear in her of, oh, I've got this great idea, I better not share it because somebody's going to steal it. Like, she's beyond that level of thinking as, and I feel like I am too, with spiritual information and healing yourself emotionally and healing yourself on a deeper mental, spiritual, emotional level. And for me, the next level is physical, that I'm like, okay, I'm on Earth. I want to enjoy this vehicle for the rest of the time that I'm here. How do I go about doing that? That's beyond just the pushing, the grinding, the struggle, the battling, all of those things. And that's why I wanted to have Lauren on here to share her information. You've been mind blown? Oh, I'm so glad. I know she's so, I love her, the way that she is synthesized and put together the spiritual and the quantum and the emotional healing in the body, and why and how that applies to cultivating and developing a body that you love in whatever capacity that looks like for you, right? So there's no like, oh, I need to look like this particular archetype of what America, particularly the Western society, says a woman is supposed to look like. No, I want to look like how I want to look and how I feel comfortable in my vehicle moving through the planet, as I really know that our vibration of consciousness is inhabiting this physical vessel, this body, right? This temple, this chalice, this holy grail. And how do I want it to show up? How do I want to present in the world and in life? So yeah, Lou, I've never heard fitness put like that either. And I've known her for a long time, and I've watched her kind of like figure things out along the way. And now she's put it together in this incredible program that when I saw the price, I was like, Lauren, this is so affordable. I'm so excited to do it. I'm so excited to work with her and commit just beyond this 4 weeks. I'm going to commit to work with her until I get to where I want to be in my mind, which is not where I was in my 20s. Like, I'm realistic about that. I'm like, I don't care. I don't need to run around in my little tiny bikini tops and Daisy Duke shorts, which I think is cute. That's all back in style, by the way. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this and got a lot of benefit out of it. And again, I'll put all of Lauren's information. I'm going to save this. I'll put all of her information where you can find her YouTube, where you can find her here on Instagram, and how you can work with her to help you create the body that you want to live in, right? We get to choose our vehicle. I see it as just as going shopping for a car. I can now have the discipline, and I love what she said, some of the highlights. Freedom, discipline is freedom. And it really is that we're doing what we say we want to do instead of doing what we feel like we want to do. And that's just such a huge difference. All right, guys. This has been a wonderful conversation with Lauren, and I am about to go to my office and do some recording for my job today, my work, and I'm just so grateful for all of you for being here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around on Instagram. Mwah. Bye, everybody.